Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So I am filming a foundation flawless skin kind of routine. So I have everything that I use to make the base. I've already done my eyes and my eyebrows because I always do them first. And I thought today was a good day to do the skin because I actually have a few blemishes, so I'm actually going to show you how I cover them, because I do a little thing, like I do a little step before I do my foundation. Yeah, so we're just really going to get into it. First things first is you should really prep your skin. Now, I have already washed my face today, but I'm also going to go in again just to cleanse it with a micellar water. Now this is the CeraVe, however you want to say it, the hydrating micellar water through one of these bottles. So this is a new bottle, and I just take that on cotton round here, and I just make sure that I get any excess product that is left on my face, just in case. Oh, I have a runny nose like crazy. Ooh, perfect. I've got a mirror, so I can't just look at this the whole time. Okay, that's better. Perfect. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in and tone my skin. Now, I was using the number 3 toner from Clinique. This is now the number 2 toner, so this is for dry combination skin. Throughout the summer, because it's a lot hotter, I do the number 3, which is combination oily, just to keep my oils at bay. But I went through a full one of that one, and I am now on to this one, just coming into the fall and winter time. Take that on a cotton round as well, and I get my cotton rounds from Costco. I buy them in bulk, and I find that they're actually the softest. They're organic cotton, so I just go over all the areas again. I really like to focus on my nose and my chin area because those are where my pores are most noticeable, as where a toner is going to tighten your pores back up. Perfect. And as you can see, there is some stuff left over on the cotton round, which is probably from the fallout from my eyeshadow and any, you know, dirt and whatever. So it's good to just kind of get rid of all that. I like to go in with the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. Now, there is 2 different ones, now a third actually. So there is a gel, a jelly, and a lotion. So it really just kind of depends on your skin type. Because I am combination normal skin, I really can get away with whatever, but I really like this one, especially underneath makeup, because it's oil controlling. So it's really going to help with any sweating throughout the day, any oils that come through, and keep everything, you know, nice and smooth for you. So I just go in with about that much on my hand, and I just apply. Some days I'll just use this just as a primer, and then I'll also use another primer. It really just depends how I'm feeling. And then this step is usually key for me if I want my makeup to last all day. Now, that is using a smoothing primer. Now, I have a couple of favorites, but this one is my like go-to. I've gone through a whole bottle, and this is my second bottle, and I'm halfway through it. It is the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer. Looks just like that there. I got one in my BoxyCharm, and then I ended up going through the first one, and then I ended up picking the second one up in Florida at an Ulta because we don't carry it here. So I do like to do 2 pumps for my whole face, and I just rub it in my hands, and I just apply a massage to the skin. obviously like to focus on my nose area. And then apply to the forehead with what I have left. Okay, I don't know if it zoomed out back in because I had to go charge my camera for a bit. So I had just primed my skin with the Touch and Soul No Pore Primer. If you are super dry, this isn't like a drying formula, but if you're super dry, then I do recommend the First Aid Beauty Coconut Smoothie Primer. This is beautiful. It gives you a glow, it moisturizes, it can count as a moisturizer and a primer, so that's always a good option as well. Before I do anything else, I'm also going to apply my eye cream. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge 96 hour eye filler concentrate. It has aloe vera, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, so it's going to moisturize, brighten, and help any discolorations and that such. Just to mix eye cream with your concealer makes a huge difference. Like huge, like huge. I believe that this guy, he retails for $41, and that's not too bad for an eye cream. So to spot conceal, I'm going to use the Too Faced Sculpting Concealer. This is in the shade Porcelain. This is actually too yellow to wear underneath my eyes, but it is a great correcting shade. So I focus it on the areas where I want to correct, where I have pigment that I don't want to show, where I have redness, any irritation, any pimples and whatnot. And I just do that before I do my foundation because I find that it works better. Bless me. I'm gonna take my Morphe sponge to blend that out. And I find because this is yellow, it actually corrects any of unwanted pigment and darkness around this area of my face. Around my nose, because that's super red all the time. Okay. Now that that's blended out, you're like, whoa, where did all that go? Which is a good thing. And I go in with my concealer for underneath my eyes at this point because I find that I don't have to use as much foundation. And I find with doing this spot concealing correcting situation before I put foundation on, I'm not using as much foundation. So I'm going to go in with the Clinique Line Smoothing Concealer. This is in 03 Moderately Fair. It's a great neutral undertone. I'm just gonna apply that underneath the eye here. I'm almost out of this. I just reordered a new one. And it really smooths out the lines underneath your eyes. It gives you beautiful coverage. It's like a nice, it's a nice like whipped consistency. I'm just gonna blend that out with the same sponge. And if I don't want to get too close to my lash line with the sponge because I don't want to mess up any of my eye makeup, I just wait and I go in with a small detail concealer brush. So I'm going to do that right after I blend this out onto the skin. And then I go in with, where is it? This Flawless concealer brush from e.l.f. You can get these at Walmart, Superstore. Actually, Superstore I don't think has the brushes, but Walmart, Rexall, online, and I just kind of pat that in underneath the eye in that corner. Just to make sure I get all those little areas, and then it's all blended out. And pretty much we're already covered, but I like to kind of have foundation to even out everything else. Okay. Don't mind my sniffles, I'm so sorry. I don't like to sniffle, but like I really can't help it. Next, I'm going to actually go in, not with our foundation yet. Now I found this to work best underneath my foundation. You can work with it on top of foundation, but when it's not set. But I find even when I do this on clients, like it like really changes the look of their makeup. I need a Kleenex, but I find it really changes the look of their face, and it really gives it a nice glow. So I'm going to use a cream bronzer. Now this is the Milk Cream Bronzer. There's lots of options. There's options at the drugstore. There's options high end. This one, you get a ton of product. I've had this thing for like so long. So I just start to sculpt out my face like so. Someone really has to do that right now. Time you were a bit quieter. So part of that will obviously be a voiceover. So I'm just blending out that foundation on my skin. Use whatever you like to blend out. I like to do a brush and then like stamp in the product with a little bit of the sponge just to make sure we don't have any streaks. Next, I'm going to start setting the eyes with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, just in transparent on a pointed brush like so. And then I'm going to go in with the Coty Airspun just to really lock in that. And I come back to this Coty Airspun in just a little bit as well. So just take it on the sponge, just so that is all set. And I like to set my nose too, because that's where foundation usually leaves me the quickest. Chin. Forehead, and we're gonna come back to that powder in just a minute. But so the key to my flawless foundation look is actually the powders that I use. Now if you're dry, please don't be scared of powders. There are certain powders that are formulated for drier skin. This one being one of them. There's two from Clinique that are actually formulated for dry combination skin. And I find that if you're using a setting spray and all that, that you're not going to look cakey and dry. So this is the Clinique Perfectly Real powder. It comes in a compact like this. I really love this stuff. I have the shade 106. It's a fair neutral shade. And I like to take it on a kabuki angled brush like so. My favorite is from Elizabeth Arden. You can get that at Shoppers or Hudson's Bay. And I like to just, you know, work it into the skin. So this one is going to give you more coverage. 2 is going to smooth out your skin. And then 3 is also going to set everything into place as well. Oops. So I find that this one is actually key to making my skin look the smoothest. And I'm not shy with this. I bring it down the neck so that we're all blended onto the forehead, so we're all set. And I find that this just makes me look the smoothest. Like, there's no question about it. Like, it's the best. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I fucking love myself. And I just make sure that it's all where I want it to be. And, you know, when I work long days, like, powder is my best friend. Like, it keeps me matte all day long. It keeps my makeup in place. So please don't be scared of powders. If you have dry skin, you can figure out ways how to work them. Whether that's using a hydrating primer, whether that's spraying a fixing spray, whether that's, you know, using more moisturizer. Like, it just... there are ways to work with them. Now this guy retails for $38. And then I'm also, this is another step that I do, because the Coty Airspun doesn't actually give me coverage. It really just like sets and locks. So I go in with the Coty Airspun just on the brush as well. I tap it into the lid and I just work it around, and I just make sure that we're all still set. Like I said, like, I'm not scared to use this much powder. Go in into the other side. Coty Airspun you can get in the States for $5. You can find it on Amazon. I recommend getting it in the States. I've had this one for so long. Powder products don't really expire that quickly. I already have a backup ready, but like I said, like I use this all the time, and like it's still intact. It's still golden. Sorry, we're snotting up in here. Okay, so now for bronzer, blush, and highlight products. No, I already did the cream bronzer, yes. And that is honestly to contour and sculpt my skin, and actually to have a base for the bronzer that I'm going to use. So I'm the most extra person you'll ever meet when it comes to layering products, because I like to make little concoctions, to be honest. So I'm first going to go in with the Clinique Sunkissed bronzer. This is just a nice glowy bronzer that just gives your skin life. She retails for $37, and I just tap my brush in. This is just a nice fluffy domed brush. It's actually from a set from Amazon, and I just warm up the skin with this. I go down on the neck because I'm a pasty white bitch and can get all the help she can get. People are like, how do you look so dark? And I'm like, bronzer. Work that into the hairline, temples. I like to go over the nose. This new MAC, what's it called? Star Dipped Face Compact. So it is the bronzer palette from the Christmas collection, and Oh my god, she's so fucking pretty. Oh my god. Like, I literally don't have much grass outside. Like, I don't know why it's taken them so long. To the bronzers up top. So we have a more glowy one. We have a matte one. Just to, you know, add it in here. I like to layer my products because I find that it lasts longer on my skin if I do that. Oh, is my brush breaking? Stop it. And then you have a extra dimension highlighter and blush here. So that blush I'm going to use as a topper. So I'll take the blush I'm actually going to use. This is the MAC Sheer Tone Blush in Blush Baby. Just a nice muted mauve pink. Take that on a big fluffy brush, swirl around. Apply to the apples of my cheeks. I love blush on my nose, so we'll put it there too. And then I'll go into that extra dimension blush topper here on this side. Perfect. And then I will also go in with the highlight in this palette as well. I love all-in-one palettes. They make life 10 times easier. Okay, this is my favorite part. Oh, baby. Down the nose, over the brow. I'm extra as fuck. Perfect. So that is the complexion. Concealer lips. We're fixing that right now. I'm just gonna take my micellar water. Another thing that I wanted to say, I actually had a few notes for this video because I didn't want to forget, but important information on if you want flawless foundation, exfoliate your skin, please. If you don't exfoliate your skin, it's kind of yucky. It gets rid of the dead skin and makes a smoother base for your foundation to sit on top of. So doing that, doing masks before bed, you know, doing your nighttime routine is so key to having a nice base in the morning. And then I also wanted to mention a few of the other foundations that I like to do this look with. So I did the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. I love this foundation since it's come out. It's beautiful, it's lightweight, but it gives me the coverage that I want. Now, MAC Studio Fix has always been a favorite. I've recently gotten back into using that, especially for my very long days. Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation is also very similar to each of these foundations. Those are your long wear, full coverage foundations. Now we have our medium wear, medium coverage foundations. So, you know, the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. Revlon Candid, I really like that in the summer. Clinique CC or Clinique BB Cream, those actually work very well. Mixed with a more full coverage concealer, you're going to get good coverage. The Clinique Even Better line, the Even Better Glow, I really like. The Acne Solutions from Clinique, it's still a very popular foundation. But yeah, those are usually the foundations that I kind of like dibble dabble between. And then for powders, the powders are pretty well the same. You know, it's either a loose powder, which is going to be the Coty Airspun, or the Collab powder from Sally Beauty. And then I've been really liking the Perfectly Real powder from Clinique. So it works well. So I'm gonna go in and do my lips as well. I'm taking the Backseat Love lip liner from Morphe. And then I'm gonna fill it in with Clinique Raspberry Glacé. And it's an option to set your face or not. I will probably when I go back into my room, but I use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I like the Catrice setting sprays. Urban Decay All Nighter, I haven't had it in a long time, but it is a good spray. Milani, Make It Last, MAC Fix Plus, whatever you are feeling. So thank you for watching my video today. I've been wanting to film this for a while. I was going to film it last week, but I got sick. So I had the day off today and I just thought that I would film it and do it up. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next video.